Ajde, Lepi, treba da me voziš.
Lepi, budi uvek u napadu. Napadaj sa klupe. Napadi kada te napadaju. Napadni kada te ne slušaju.
Jesi vidio?
Veća. Napadni svuda. I napadaj sve. Napadaj kao da ne postoji sutra. Napadaj i sutra. Sve znaš, Lepi. Uvek u napadu. Admiral Bet.
Finally, after 5 long years, I'm doing a press conference after my fight, getting the victory.
Raketa, čestitke na pobedi. Koji su tvoji prvi utisci nakon 3 teške runde protiv Tibure?
Alex, congratulations on big win. What are your first impressions after the win against Marcin Tibura?
I said it so many times. I'm so happy. So much pressure felt off my shoulders tonight. I had a really hard time the last years. Fought the best light heavyweights in the world. Unfortunately, I lost that. Coming up here after 4 losses against Marcin Tibura, a ranked heavyweight, a very experienced guy in front of my home country. Man, this was a lot of pressure on my shoulders. But like I said in the fight week, I will transfer this pressure in a positive way. And man, Marcin, of course, he's a third Polish fighter I'm fighting in my career. And those Polish guys are all tough. So, yeah, I just felt that he's very experienced, like I knew that. But I proved to myself and to everyone that I'm a legit heavyweight.
S obzirom da si sad prešao u tešku kategoriju, da li možemo češće da te gledamo u UFC oktagonu u narednom periodu?
Since now you moved to the heavyweight division, do you think that you will fight more often than usually?
Yes, 100%. I will fight more often. This was an issue when I was a light heavyweight. I was cutting a lot of weight, and my body needed like 2 months after the fight to recover from the weight cut. So that's the reason I couldn't take a fight like close by the next one. So this is one of the reasons why I moved up, because I want to stay busy, and yeah.
Aleksandar, kako si se osjećao u teškoj kategoriji naspram poluteške?
Alexander, how did you feel in the heavyweight division fighting against heavyweight? Can you compare it to the light heavyweight?
Yeah, I felt really good. I didn't cut weight. I had 80% less stress in my fight week, so this is a lot. So doing all the fight week obligations and cutting weight and training and everything, it's really hard. I've been cutting weight since 20 years, since my kickboxing day as a kid. I didn't cut a lot that, but you know, from year to year it was more and more. When I started with the UFC 2017, I cut like 12 kilos. The last fights I cut 17. That's pretty much. So yeah, I felt really good in the heavyweight division. I fight like Marcin Tibura, and you see in the clinch, although the weight difference didn't affect me. He was like 7-8 kilos more than me. I think he put some weight on because he wasn't that heavy in the last fight against Terrell Fortune. And of course, he wanted that weight advantage, but I've been training so long with heavyweights, and I've been on this weight for the last 2-3 years. I never had a problem with the power. And I'm from Balkan. With Sarma, and this is our super power. Yeah.
Za vrijeme tvoje borbe atmosfera je bila električna. Koliko si toga uspio doživjeti, je li ovo tvoja najdraža pobjeda u karijeri?
During your fight, the atmosphere was spectacular. How much of that atmosphere could you just, see and feel? And is this your biggest win in your career?
100% highlight of my career. Like I said in the previous interviews, it's gonna be a hard test. I passed it, and man, when go out and I heard my entrance song and I saw the people and cheering for me and screaming Rakić, Rakić, I knew that this night I cannot lose. So this was, amazing. I'm so happy that everything went well for me tonight and thank God. Slava Bogu.
Hvala. Yes. Aleksandre, prvo želim da ti čestitam po pobedi.
Hvala.
Zatim, želim da te pitam, šta ti je prvo prošlo kroz glavu kada si meč završio?
What was the first thing that went through your head when the match ended?
I will answer all the time in English. I think it's easier, right? After the fight, when the announcers announced me as a winner, and especially when I hear the scorecards 30-27 3 times, I knew that I'm gonna win. I just say thank you, Slava Bogu, thank you God for giving me this opportunity. I've been really working hard for that one, and just a lot of pressure off of my shoulders. Like especially I couldn't afford to lose in my home country in front of my family, my friends. I couldn't, and I will never lose in Serbia.
Teška divizija je veoma zanimljiva. Da li postoji neko ime koje te posebno zanima?
Heavyweight division is very interesting one. Is there some name that you are interested to fight with?
Everybody who follows my career knows that I have really hard fights in like every division, fought the best guys. The same in heavyweight. I will not turn any fights down. If the UFC gives me an opponent who is above me in the rankings, I will fight him. If they give me, if they gave me another one, I will take it. I'm not a guy who chooses. I'm a guy that fights, and I want to be remembered also one of the guys who fought the best of the best.
Hvala i čestitam još jednom na pobedi.
Thank you.
Here, Aleksandar. Simone Di Tata for Fight for Yours. First of all, congrats on the win. You said that, of course, it was a very special night, very special fight, and you feel a weight off your shoulders and off your chest after this win. I would imagine this is the best place and best card you could have got the win in, but was it maybe the toughest to try and get back in the win column and to try and make the heavyweight debut because of all the pressure that you had?
100% it was the toughest because, like I said, there were extra pressure. There is always a pressure when you fight. Always the people around the world, the fans are expecting from us that we are superhumans and win every fight and are untouchable. That's normal. But especially as a Serbian fighting in Serbia the first time, it's an extra pressure. But I proved to myself that I can deal with that extra pressure and with that, with the expectations of my home country. And I know that they will never let me down. And it was a lot of work, what I did behind the curtains, what nobody see. So that work pays off.
In that sense, was it more you against yourself than you against Martin tonight?
First of all, it was, this victory is, like I said, for myself, first for myself, to getting out of that losing streak, to being again on the winning streak. This takes a lot of pressure because, you never know, after 4 fights, losing 4 fights, you never know if this will be your last fight in the UFC or not. And this is another extra pressure on myself. But the last months were really hard for me, but I grow mentally. I really grow mentally. I found the right person who helped me with that. And if I didn't have this person with me, I would probably not handle this so well like I did tonight.
Thank you. Congrats.
You're welcome.
Dobro večer, Aleksandre. Čestitam na pobedi, velika pobeda, veliko večer.
Hvala.
Moram te pitam sad kad si rekao, možda nam kažeš ko je ta posebna osoba zbog koje si pobedio A drugo pitanje, vidimo da ti je oko zavijeno, videli smo da krvariš suha, noga ti je bila naduvena. Koliko si bio u bolovima i koliko ti je bilo teško, odnosno koliko ti je bilo lakše da izađeš sa svim tim fizičkim problemima na kraj, kad si znao da imaš ovu publiku u sebe?
You just spoke about this mystery person who helped you. Can you please, tell us who is this?
One of those are my wife, who are supporting me already 13 years, going this road with me. Great mother, great partner, who are, I just jumped out of the octagon straight away, and one really close friend, brother. Yeah. For the other question?
Yeah, the second one was about the bandage. Obviously, you got stitched and you had some problems with your leg inside the cage. So how hard was it for you during the fight?
Oh man, this guy needed to pull a gun and kill me and shoot me that if he wants a victory. I cannot lose in that arena with this crowd. So this is small injuries. I always have got out of the cage with swollen legs. This is because my fighting style. When I kick, I don't care if I catch you on the knee or the elbow or the head. I just go through and I want to break you. So, of course, I'm accurate. I want to be more accurate, and I am. But sometimes it depends how the opponent reacts. And if he checks the kick, okay, there are bruises on the legs, but I don't care. I want just to hurt him, and that's it. And yeah, on the eyebrow, this is a part of the game. The cuts are a part of the game. So I had on that place a couple months ago a cut, so probably didn't heal 100%. I don't know, but it looked like a good fight, and a winner can look like this. Doesn't matter for me. Sometimes I love to look like this because the people can see that I did what I do for a living.
Nisi prvi Srbin u UFC-u, ali si godinama bio naš najistaknutiji borac, najveće ime. Posle večeras, posle toliko srpskih boraca koji su se pokazali svetu, da li si primetio još nekoga ko bi mogao da iskorači i da li misliš da će naša zemlja da napravi iskorak u ovom sportu, ništa ne doprinosi uspehu kao uspesi?
You're not the first Serbian fighter, of course, in UFC, but during all these years you were our biggest star. During tonight's event, did you see some other Serbian name? A lot of fighters fought on this fight card, and do you maybe see one of them becoming a superstar?
I know all of the fighters from Serbia who competing today. I personally I train with the guys, so even the guys who lost tonight, Miloš Janicic, Čepo, Duško, Marina, they're all great fighters, and their first time for them to fighting on the big show. Of course they lost, but they are great fighters, and they didn't show their full potential. Like I said, it was a big pressure for me, and I think for them as well, fighting in front of even in the UFC, fighting the first time in the UFC, and then extra pressure on in Serbia, the expectations. I've been here for a long time, been in the UFC 9 years, so I have more experience, but we are really great potential. Like I said, every one of them, of course, Jovan Leka with a crazy knockout, Uroš Medić with also a crazy knockout, Milošević. So, but don't count the other fighters out who lost tonight. They are great fighters, and they are in the UFC for a reason, and you will hear great things from them, because they will put in a show. They just need a little bit to experience more, to being in the UFC and to see how it goes. And I think if they fight somewhere else, it will be less stress for them.
Čestitam prvo na pobedi, but htio sam samo da kažem, I'd rather speak in English, so you'll have to translate again. But you mentioned about all the stresses that you had, the 4-fight losing streak, coming to Serbia for the first time ever, the whole arena cheering for you, all of that added pressure. I wanted to ask you throughout this week, the fight week, the media and all of that, at what point this week did the pressure stop feeling more like a burden and started feeling like a privilege for you?
Yeah, this is how you handle it, you know. Of course, if I wasn't mentally stable, this pressure would break me, 100%. I will go out there and I will freeze and probably lose and upset many people out there. But the last month, like I said, I've been working on that, and I had so many traumas the last years. What maybe 1% of the people around me knows. So I did my homework. I'm really proud of that, and I think this victory, it's the same sweet as my victory tonight against Martin.
Thank you. One more question. For the last few years, as you mentioned, the losing streak and the injuries as well, people judge you by the results. Tonight you finally won again, and I wanted to ask you, did this fight change how you see yourself, or did it only change how everyone else sees you?
I see myself always as a winner, always, doesn't matter. Even if when I lost, I see myself as a winner. Of course, the people, they love winners, and they judge you always after your last fight and your performance. And unfortunately, we have, in one way, the greatest fans on the world, but in the other way, also the worst. And but you know, I'm happy that I proved many people wrong, because I know many people wanted to see me fall, but never ever. With God's help, and when I'm alive and healthy, they will never see me down. I will always get up. I put my shit together already, and that's it.
Regardless of the results, I just want to say on behalf of the whole country, probably we're very proud of you and you presented us great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, makes me proud.
Two more questions. One, two. Go ahead, sir.
Marketa, pre svega čestitam na pobedi, znamo svi koliko ti znači ovo. Nakon tvoje poslednje borbe i poraza od Murzakanova u Abu Dhabiju, mnogi su osuli paljbu, da se tako izrazim, po tvom treneru Nemanji Miloševiću. Njega su vidjeli kao možda i najveći krivca za to. Eto, da li ste stigli da porazgovarate sad za ovo kratko vreme nakon meča i šta si mu rekao?
After your last fight and loss against Murzakanov, a lot of people were making some critics about your coach, Nemanja Milošević. Did you have time after the fight, after this fight and big win, to talk to him, and what did he say?
Yes, I talked to Nemanja. First of all, I know Nemanja for 15 years. He's been coaching tonight 6 fighters tonight. This speaks all about how great a coach he is. Never judge a coach by a fighter or a fighter's mistake. This guy believed in me since day one, and after my fight against Ankalaev, when I split with my coaches, the whole team, he was there 24/7 believing in me, and I knew that he is the right person to work with. He's an amazing human being, first of all, friend, brother. I'm so proud that having him as a corner man. Of course, my other coach, Isak, boxing coach, and other many guys. I don't want to mention, I don't want to forget someone, but we are like a lot of people. But coming back to Nemanja is a great human being, and I love him, this man. So Nemanja did something very important tonight. The same what I've been told in the Ankalaev fight after the first 2 rounds. They told me, go safe in the 3rd and we'll get the victory, you're leading. But Nemanja did something completely different. He told me after 2 rounds, hey, we don't know how they scored the 2nd round. You need to go in the 3rd. You need to push a pedal if you want to win. And this was a changing moment when I decided, okay, third round, half of the round kickboxing, half of the round wrestling, but not offensively, putting me against the cage, do some dirty boxing, opening maybe up, but I got open, doesn't care. But I did something to march in what he does the best, holding someone against the fence and do dirty boxing, holding a heavyweight for, I don't know, 2.5 minutes. He was much heavier than me. But this is what quality coaching looks like Nemanja did. So he's my brother forever, and he will be forever my coach.